be the craziest people. I think they are. I think somehow we're still up in the ante. These might be the craziest people we've ever anything before. Maybe.
This guy in his chat really lacks social skills. Usually when I'm on a chat, I get at least banned or friend. These people, they just put emojis in. They barely notice you're there. I tried everything I could to get on panel, but and I had a really good point. Man, did I have a good point. What was my point? Oh, the Steven Crowder point. We should go over the Steven Crowder thing. But Grace, this is going to be more of like a fun night of interaction. Am I right?
Yeah, we should do that.
Well, Grace, what the hell? You've got a laptop there. I can't really see that, can I?
Well, you can see this better.
Yeah. All right.
You literally stumbled upon the Hills Have Eyes family.
So why don't you throw this StreamYard link?
I did. I'm looking for a...
And let's see if anyone shows up. And I've had a few shots. And I hope that's okay with everybody. And we're going to talk about Steven Crowder. So-called abuse. Grace's prospects from landing on his patio, which I think are pretty good at this point. And what else, Gracie? Destiny.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
What's the deal with Destiny? And that's not like a comedy club night thing. Like, what's up with Destiny? What I'm saying is, what is the deal here? He's got a chick with him, good-looking Arab woman named Farha.
Oh God.
Isn't this guy married? I mean, what? He's going on bike rides with her and having picnics.
Well, how do they know so much about my life? What is happening?
Is this like 2023? How you are married? Ashley, do you go for this kind of stuff? Is this make any sense to you? All right, so what's tonight's song? I'm feeling like this is gonna be a slow song kind of night.
Yeah.
Karaoke night. Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley, put on something nice. Put on a little perfume. Maybe get in the bathtub. And let's go for...
Is it okay? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just asking. Okay, because I genuinely don't know. Is it confirmed that she is in an incestuous relationship with this guy? Is that like 100%, or is that like a memo?
Slow songs? Sad songs?
Slow and sad, I would say.
Slow and sad songs. And then complaining.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Sometimes on a Friday, it's been a long week, and you just feel like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's a way of saying, it's a way of affirming life negatively.
Yeah.
What's a good depressing song?
Let me
Dark
see.
song. You got the blues, you got all this. Okay, what about I start with Fake Plastic Trees?
That's a good one, yeah. I'm down for that.
You're down for it? Okay, we're in the same place tonight.
I'm
Last time
so
you were
down for
not
that.
down for it. You were doing your fake I'm a happy girl thing.
Yeah.
Just like your...
Okay, just curious. No judgment. Are you in some type of sexually... No, incestuous... What's like a nice way of saying incestuous relationship? Romantic. Are you in a romantic relationship with your dad, question mark? I'm so confused right now.
Wait, then do the hot emoji after.
No, shut up.
Do it. You're a pussy. Do it right now. You do it, and I owe you one because that'll be fucking hilarious. Come on, do it.
I'm just trying to understand. Okay, she said I'm not bruh.
Mother on her fake happy karaoke night.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just wanted to start from the beginning.
Okay, what are you doing?
Here you go.
Be like,
I,
She
already said no. She already said no. So.
hey, do you want to explain why, or I don't know, like, here's a few links, I'm confused.
Why do these people always find me? Okay, she says, we have a lot of trolls. Is that what's going on here? Andrew from the Crucible setting her up. I feel like I'm getting like a honeypot. Okay, so I wanted to come here and let you know. I watched your stream snipe, Grace. I had no idea you were even doing them. You sound like an obsessed nutcase, but that's on you. Melly Mel. Couple quick things I wanted to address. One, you don't need us to build an audience. In the grand scheme of YouTube, we are a tiny channel. Truth is, blah, blah. Two, your strategy is all kinds of fucks. Just contact Destiny and flirt with him for like 20 minutes, like every talentless e-skank who came before you. He will then let you on his show and expose you to thousands of people. This in turn will give you access to a large audience quickly. Beating the Crucible, as what's seemingly your goal, isn't particularly difficult. We don't orbit creators. There isn't any particular reason you shouldn't, though. Oh, and then I don't know 3. Damn. My God. Oh, she says, I have beef with Andrew. Damn.
Gibbon says, where are the chicks and the coke?
In the flake black.
I'm starting to wonder if we should watch that other video. I feel like this is like a full-on cult family.
You know, when the kids were younger and Grace and John were fighting, at one point, I gave them 2 knives and said, go ahead, kill yourself. I never peeped. But I did have a thing when I was going to school there because I'll admit I'm not the healthiest guy. I had issues. But we were in Cambridge, Mass at a place that would be unprohibitively expensive now, but it was owned by the school. There was a building right across from us, and there was a family in the building, and there was I don't know, older, I'm going to say she was in her 20s, this girl. And they wouldn't put the curtains down. And I would just be waiting for the girl to take her, to undress for the night. And I mean, that's terrible. But I did spend a lot of hours looking over there. You just sit there for hours. You're going like, oh, okay, come on, please.
On the side of caution when she's joking around a 16-year-old girl, I mean, that's just obviously ridiculous. No.
What is being cautious with a 16-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 girls. I mean, like the fact that
if we were talking, they could talk about like, is penis size important? Let's just say, right?
Ben, shut the fuck up.
Like you'll say this is provocative. I think a lot of the sexual predator priest stuff is overblown. I think a lot of those kids were gay kids.
I think you're
I think 14-year-old whores who go on a mingle and are hoping to see a penis deserve to encounter porn.
I do think women are largely whores, but I wouldn't speak from my own experience. I've had several homosexual encounters, but I've not had any gay sex. I got somewhat molested by a beautiful girl when I was visiting my friend Joe Shabatoni. I loved it. I mean, she was beautiful. I think of it.
Go off a tangent.
The fondling.
What's with the tangent?
Are you trying to say you got molested by a younger woman? Did you just?
No, she was old. She was old. His older sister. She was gorgeous.
Joe Sabatoni.
And his mother sort of agreed with him. It was crazy. Totally crazy. Nothing to do with YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
He found some, whatever, this is when his mother was, I mean, this isn't really like YouTube, right? So he was convinced of this somehow. I think his mother was telling him. So he went through his sister's phone and she sent me something, a teenage girl will send something. Maybe it was an emoji of a,
I think
eggplant
phrase it was,
really
hey, can you come up here and bring that big dick with you? And
yeah, right.
Plant emojis?
Yeah.
I have no memory. I don't know.
Saying, I think I'm the most sexually normal guy in the world. I was told, I have someone who goes to my chat who's a 16-year-old girl, and I was told like it's really, really a problem. I was like, what would be the problem? I chat with her. I would meet her in person. I would tell a 6-year-old girl that her dress looked pretty.
Ben.
I'm a pedophile in the Greek sense, Mike. Lover of children. I love children, especially girls.
Ben.
I love children, especially little girls.
I think you should be less ambiguous about that.
And I like to, I guess you could call it flirting, flirt with little girls and say like how pretty they look.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh, I think that's your problem, guys. A normal man loves to flirt with a little girl and say, "Aren't you a pretty little girl?"
Flirt with little girls, you fucking
What is wrong
tard.
with
It
him?
depends what you mean by flirt, but yeah, like flirt. Yeah, like say, like, "Aren't you a pretty little girl?" Oh, my kids were little. I very much loved their little bodies, and I pinched their butts and all that stuff. That was very touchy-feely. I think you're crazy if you're not, but I'm not.
This clip of him and Erudite?
Everybody.
You don't need to be here if you don't want to be a part of this conversation.
What's your problem? Why are you coming on here scolding everybody?
Chill out, Ben.
If you, I'll say again, if you don't want to be here, you're welcome to leave. You don't have to be.
Yeah, you're welcome to leave too.
Chill out, Ben.
Alex.
I demand my rights.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trolling, isn't it? Yeah, he's trolling.
The whole point.
I invited Kyla. Just take it easy. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just kidding with you, Kyla or Kayla, whatever your name is.
Okay. The whole point that I'm trying to get at is the concern of emphasis. For women, my frustration with women in Yas Queen Girl Group is when we talk about sexual assault, we just want to talk about how dirty, pig-headed, gross men do sexual assault. And that's about the end of the conversation. When a really important part about the conversation are things like, how do we make our cues more explicit so that situations that are messy and like unclear consent leads to somebody, women, that use them not...
Time. Everybody just sits here.
But I think, okay. I would say,
I'm on stream just so you know.
Make a quick point, and we'll bounce it around. That's how guys talk.
all right, chill out. I don't think that, though, we can right away assume
Am I right, Science Monk?
that he was being predatory. It's entirely possible that he was being a predator, right? I'm not saying that's impossible, but it's also possible
you're losing it.
He legitimately did not know any better.
I'm sorry, I'm like going down this rabbit hole now. They're all playing characters?
There is something incestuous going on.
If you're a girl and you're not connected to your dad, you need to go find your dad and suck his dick.
Maybe some of these are like trolling? What is... Okay, we might just watch this whole video. Jesus Christ. Maybe they mean like metaphorically. She should have met me before the Max arc, because before the Max arc, I would have had a lot of charitability for kind of weird situations like this, but I'm probably pretty dry right now on being charitable for this kind of stuff.
I'll refer you to my first supercut on the Thorpes here, and leave a link in the description if this is your first time hearing of them. I want to pick up around where that left off for December 28th, 2022. John Thorpe, Ben's son, appeared on a few of the Thorpe streams prior to this. However, it was actually Ben forcing his son onto these streams at the time, threatening his living situation. At this time, John had just had knee surgery and was on crutches when he decides to confront his father in a call.
Right, okay, so you guys have a problem. Why aren't you working
we don't
together
have a problem.
to solve
They
it?
have a problem, and you do too. It's called stupidness, and you all have it.
John, don't you think you could get a wheelchair?
What are you talking about?
A wheelchair is what I'm
Why would I
talking
get a wheelchair? I can walk around with crutches. I just can't do anything, really.
Why not?
Because I can't bring something from one area to another with crutches.
Oh my God.
There's nothing to fucking eat up here anyways. You need somebody to like help you if you're using crutches. You need somebody around you. Nobody like uses crutches by themselves.
Well, John, can you sit in a chair? I mean, you're telling me
You don't
all
even know what
day
you're talking
long,
about.
all
You don't
do is
do
sit
anything.
there?
All you do is sleep all day. You just sit in your bed laying down like a loser. I move more than you at this point, even though I have a leg injury. You don't even move, and you're a fully functional
You won't let me
adult.
talk. This is
You don't do anything.
John, your sister Grace is available. She's nimble.
Yeah, I don't.
Walk
I'm not
upstairs.
gonna ask you guys to do that stuff. Because you're gonna just use it as a power game because that's all you guys do. It drives me crazy. All you did from the first second that I got this leg injury was use it as a power game against me, and I hate it.
The point John is making about everything turning into a power game is a great point. Because of Ben seeing Courtney and John, his wife and son respectively, as the enemy, every conversation or interaction that I've ever seen them have has been some type of power game, whether it's to gain something or to manipulate them or to embarrass them. There's always a power game going on.
That's why all a power trip for you guys. Look, I'll dangle this in front of your face the entire time. Look, I'll dangle food in front of you. Look, I'm dangling this stuff in front of you.
Anything in front of you?
I'm not doing that game. I'd rather starve than play into your little power game where I have to say sorry all the time, or you're gonna like not feed me.
John, you said
John, what the
you don't
fuck
give me any
is
food when you come up here? You gave me brownies that were left over last time, and I don't get any food.
Wrong with you? Why are you such an asshole all the time?
How am I an asshole all the time? You don't even talk to me. All you do is cry. All you do is cry and make weird comments at me on the YouTube channel about how I suck or whatever. That's what you're doing. Isn't it funny that your knee injury? Where'd you get that from? It's like the most cringy comments ever, and nobody laughs. Nobody laughs. Have you ever noticed that nobody thinks you're that funny? You're not really a funny guy. You're like annoying.
Okay, John. John, what?
I don't know what this whole like. Oh, let's fix you now, buddy. Like I don't need your help in any way. You don't help me. You never helped me. You always just have been sitting on the sidelines like a retard, waiting for other people to like complain.
John, what I'm saying is,
I wasn't complaining before I got the leg injury. I was getting myself food. I was feeding your children. You treat your daughter like your mommy. Is that nice, baby? Baby boy.
You want a sandwich?
Like the way you're talking to me. Stop talking to me like that.
John, you would like to get.
I hate you.
Nobody likes your dynamic together. You suck. You're like just depressing to watch.
Grace, John's sister, is 10 feet beneath him and can get him a sandwich.
No, you can't. You use that as a game. I'm not playing that game. Where else am I getting food? Nobody's getting fed up here. Like, why don't you just not come up here then? Like, I don't even know why you're coming up here. That's not the deal, that you get to come up here at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 3 p.m., and you don't give anybody food except yourself, and you're selfish. That's what's going on. You get to come up here and ruin everybody's time whenever you come up here. Come up here 7 times a day, and then at midnight, and then at 3 a.m., and then at 6 a.m., and then at 8 a.m., and then at 12 p.m., and like every second of the day you're gonna eat. What is wrong with you and not offer anybody food? Ridiculous.
John, I never go up there. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know, because you're a weirdo. You don't even talk to your children.
John, you told me that if I enter those premises, you have.
No, I never said that to you.
By calling the police on me.
If you're going to threaten to kick me out unfairly, just because you felt like it, because you think that you have this upper hand, you're getting a good deal up here, if anything. I'm paying half your rent, and you're not doing anything for it except having 2 of your children live up here, tormenting me. That's not a very good deal for me.
Where are the other children?
I don't know why I have to be so incredibly grateful for it. It's like very like I have no independence. I'm like living at home still. That's why it's like, what is so great about like living here? It's basically just living at home, but without the support of your like mother if you get injured.
Correct?
No, I'm a victim of your situation that you forced me to be in. Yeah.
You're a victim of Grace. You're a victim of your 2 brothers who are your roommates.
It all comes down to you. It all comes down to you.
Who aren't you a victim of?
Guy ever. You suck. I think
I'm
you
a great
have failed
guy. Yeah, you're
so
wrong.
many
I'm
times.
a great guy.
You fail. You act like you're not. It's not even just that, because I don't have a problem with people who fail. I really actually respect the like Abyssinia thing. I know you think I hate you for that, but I respect that you did that. I respect a lot of things that you've done, but just the relationship that you have with me throughout that whole thing. Thank you, man. I love you. Such a great dad.
Yeah, I am a great dad.
Everybody should be grateful to you because you're the God of everybody. Everybody should be grateful to you. Everybody should say sorry to you too, including random internet people like the Ortho Bro. He should say sorry to you, and that he's so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. What did he do to you? You have to. That's why you don't have any friends, because you think everybody owes you something.
Dion says you should take a.
John,
not everybody owes you something, Benny boy. Maybe you owe some people some things and you don't give them anything.
No, you're a.
Hey, buddy, be super respectful to me. I'm your
What is there here that I'm supposed to respect?
You're an
You
insolent
don't have to respect
fucking
me.
asshole.
Obviously, you don't respect me at all. I don't have to give you that
What
much
is
respect.
there
Why do I
worthy of
you
respect
as my
here?
father if you don't give me any respect as even a person?
What is there that you're doing that is worthy of respect?
That's why, and you're a loser. And
Oh, that's such a weird thing. Holy shit. Did anybody? It's like that's the Steven Crowder line, right? Are you even worthy of being a wife?
I'm not. How about that? That's a loser thing to do. Just sit in bed all day,
Call back.
having your daughter bring you food.
Or call forward,
and then
prediction, I guess?
crying on internet streams about how much you hate her. Okay, guy, we get it. You're the traditional man. You've won in life. No, you suck.
I'm winning.
Your whole, like,
I'm winning. I'm
program.
winning even more. And you
What?
should join my team because what you're doing.
You're not a winner, Ben. Any boy, you're not a winner. You're a loser.
You shouldn't refer
You've
to me
lost
that way.
in life. You've lost.
You
I don't
should
wanna be
not
on a
refer to me
loser
that
team.
way.
I don't want to be on a loser team.
Well, I'm not the one who sounds gay.
I don't sound gay
who acts
either.
gay.
starving,
I'm not the one who has a
and
victim
I don't really
mentality.
Okay.
You're a grown man.
Thank you.
Stop crying like a little
Okay,
baby.
I'll stop crying because I'm crazy. I'm just insane.
Your
I'm a
sister would
crazy
be happy
person,
to help you.
and you're the reasonable one.
How are you going to
say
succeed in
sorry
life?
and grovel at your feet and kiss your toes, and then we'll talk. And then even then, you'll just use it like what Gracie does. You just rip her to shreds every day, no matter what she does. And
She does not claim to be a
She
victim
should
of
just
me.
fucking leave. She should leave. It's ridiculous what goes on between you two. You're just disgusting people.
Okay, so what part of this is am I supposed to respect, John?
I didn't say you have to respect any part of this. I'm just
said
I'm just
you
telling
cry
you
because
what
I don't
think of the
respect you.
situation
I
that you
don't
put me in.
respect
I'm just
anything
saying
you're doing now.
What I think, I don't
Right.
care really. I honestly don't really care. I just don't really
What
like.
is there
I'm just
here
telling
that
you
I'm
what I think
supposed
of
to
the
respect?
situation that you put me in. It sucks.
You're a
Ben.
victim of me.
I'm not a victim of you. You've just put me in an awful situation.
John, I don't ask anything of you.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
demand
You don't
any-
ask anything of me. You just make me pay $550 a month to live with my two brothers who hate me because you programmed them to hate me. That's fun. I love doing that. As if this is like, now this is like the family place. This is where the whole family hangs out,
enough?
right?
Okay.
That's good. Good. I
Yes.
love it. I love
You
this
should be
situation.
grateful to me for getting
Yes,
you out
Ben.
of your.
Thank you
No.
so much for
no.
giving me an apartment that you took away from me immediately when you gave it to me. Thank you.
John, what I don't understand is you are perfectly free to leave from
Yes,
all the horrible
I'm not, Ben. You can't get an apartment when you're 18 just like that. And I have a 2-year lease, or somebody has a 2-year lease. You lied about the papers because you're crazy, as if that's helpful. Maybe you should just tell me what you wrote on those lease papers instead of lying to me and then making me pay half the rent every month. You withhold my renting information. I have no idea what situation I'm in. And then whenever you feel like it, you can blow up my phone and ask me to come down there whenever you feel like it and like threaten my living situation that I hate, threaten everything, ruin my life.
John,
whenever you feel like it.
John, you have
You're
5.
crazy.
John, you have
Apparently.
5. You now have 5 cats
Yes,
up there.
then you know why I have 5 cats? Because you invited every piece of your family to come over, and my cat escaped because everybody leaves the fucking door open. I didn't get my cat pregnant. You did. Through the
His
rest
cat
of your
got pregnant.
goddamn family.
All of this stuff you're doing right now, you're gonna have to do a 180 on. It totally fucking sucks.
Okay, thank you. You're a god. You're God.
It comes
And
from
then
the
now you're
bowels
gonna
of
threaten-
I don't think she's having an incestuous relationship with her father. She said she hadn't had a long-term relationship, remember? If I had to guess, based on, and this is very, very, very early and very preemptive, I had to guess based on what I've seen so far, my guess is that her dad is probably really abusive. But she's like, her way of kind of like coping or dealing with that is he's basically become her kind of like idol thing, or she's looking up to a lot of what he's saying, and then in turn the positive feedback loop is like maybe he abuses her a bit less or whatever, and then she just becomes like basically a little mini clone of him. That's like very like preemptive, but maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't tell. These are like very brief interactions I'm seeing, so I could be off on a lot there. But that's kind of what it seems like right now. Is that she's going to be like a little mini machine that's copying a lot of his opinions because of the way that he's kind of like treated them growing up. But also, I have no idea. This is very, very, very preemptive, but we'll see.
My living situation.
This is now the devil talk.
Now you're gonna threaten my living situation once again. Thank you, Ben. You hate all of the members of your family because you think everybody's against you in life. You think you're the mega victim. Everybody hates you.
I'm done.
Everybody hates you. Look, all of your sons hate you. Oh, poor me. My sons hate me. That's why they love me. Oh, they hate me so much. So does my wife. Oh, so does my other daughter. Oh, everybody's against me. I'm a little bitch boy. He's gonna cry about it on the internet all day. Oh, poor me. Baby, you're like a baby. That's what a baby does. Cries about how his wife
out of it. It's just unbelievable.
Have wrong.
Do you think most people respond her way in her situation, or is this some special thing in her brain making her submit? No, it's just this normal like parent-child thing, right? People respond to abusive parents in different ways. But like she probably doesn't even see it as abuse, right? It also makes more sense. I have to be really careful. I'm like psychoanalyzing, or I'm like mind reading a lot here. But like a lot of the way that she's analyzing the Crowder stuff makes sense for that not being abusive, because she probably sees a lot of her father's behaviors in the way that Crowder interacts. Actually, her father probably does a lot worse. But if she were to acknowledge that Crowder is abusive in some ways, she'd have to acknowledge her father is abusive in some ways. Who did I talk to the other day about this on my stream in my chat? Was it the Indian guy, Scribble? About how I actually think there's like a weird double I haven't thought about this too much, so by the way, I might 180 this completely. There's just a feeling I have that I haven't spent a lot of time putting into words, but I feel like people have a weird thing where their parents are their gods, and even if we verbalize the opposite, we truly don't feel that way. A really, really good example, have we watched this on stream before? I feel like this is a really good example of this. So this guy is like coming into town. This is Will's dad. He comes into town to hang out with Will, and Will's really excited because he hasn't seen his dad very much. And now his dad's finally ready to take Will and go travel around the world with him, basically.
Lou, if you walk out of Will's life now, don't you ever come back.
Some business came up I gotta handle. So we're gonna have to put our trip on hold.
Hey, why should I be mad? I'm saying at least he said goodbye this time. How come you don't want me, man?
Rip. I feel like a lot of but I know that we had that discussion where somebody said that I think we had a disagreement over how people's trauma with their parents manifests. But I truly do feel like a lot of people, because I've talked to people, like good, successful people, well into their 30s even, that are doing good in life, and they still carry with them like some kind of like attachment issue with parents. It's very, 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 very hard to see your parents as being flawed, even if you hate them, even if you say you hate them, even if you even if you like, oh, I'm blah blah blah, like it seems like people, like outwardly it might manifest that way, but like internally they still have a really huge problem getting over it. But I might be reaching, but now it makes sense why she was so insistent on having you can see that the Crowder stuff wasn't abusive before ending the combo. Yeah, sure, because it's very hard to accept fault in your parents. It's very, very, very difficult to do it.
Him his whole life. That's what he does. Little baby Ben cries how his sons and his wife wronged him for the rest of his life because he's a quote-unquote traditional guy who's got himself together. Yeah, right, Ben.
Yes, I'm a great
You're
guy.
a traditional guy. That's why
I'm a great guy.
That's why all of your children, you don't talk to any of them.
Right,
you hate them. Because they're against you, right?
You won't let me talk.
Oh,
why won't you let your father talk to you? Why won't you let your father talk to you? Why won't you let your father talk to you? Why won't you let your father talk to you?
Throw it in their face all the time.
Burn in hell, you
daughter and your sons are nice people, and you hate them.
Hey, you rot in hell for.
What a baby. Yeah, Ben rage quitted, and so did his daughter in spirit.
John, don't you think this is exactly what mom wants, is you screaming at dad?
Yes, because everything has to do with your dynamics between your parents. That's what your entire life should be centered around, Gracie. I'm not like you, Gracie. I don't center my entire life around the...
Something else? Oh. We should spend. Oh, I bet this family is really interesting for abuse dynamics. Another really effective way. My grandma did a lot of this with me and my sister, and in retrospect, I can see a lot of manipulation tactics that she used. But at the time, I was just like, I think I spent until from like 8 years old to like 12 years old with her. Like almost every weekend I'd go over. So it was. I didn't see it as a kid because I'm a dumb. Because I'm a kid, I have an excuse to be a dumb fuck. One really effective manipulation tactic when it comes from children is to have a child. When you have your child, you externalize every bad thought that they have on the enemy parent. So if you're a dad or a mom and you're trying to take advantage of your child, anytime you run into issues or anytime they're having doubts or a problem, you always externalize that problem to the other parent. What she just said right there, like, don't you think this is what mom wants? Like, anytime you have an issue, it's because mom is saying this. Mom is trying to make you feel this way. It's because mom is turning you against me. It's because mom is the one that said this thing. That's why you feel this way, right? And it's a very easy way to kind of like mind somebody into thinking like, yeah, if I have an issue, it is with the other parent. You're right, and I trust you. I think you're guiding me well. You're telling me, like, as an authority figure, super easy to turn somebody against somebody else that way, if that's what's going on. Also, this is a little bit premature to be fair, because I haven't seen much, but this is like what it's pointing that direction of.
Dynamics of my older parents, 20 years old, and all you do is cry about how your mommy doesn't feed you enough or something. 20 years old, you can't do anything with your life.
You literally just said,
why don't you go find a man who will like feed you? Because I think that's the only way that you will be happy in life is if you have a guy who tells you to shut the up and stop crying about your mommy all the time, because that's not what everybody's like.
You literally
that's what that's what people who have no like free thinking do. They just attribute everything to other people in their life.
Ever gonna stop?
Everything is your fault. Everything is your fault. Everything is your fault.
Are you ever gonna
mommy? Everything is your fault. I
do
can never
this.
change. Oh,
Don't do this.
okay. You got me. I won't do this anymore. You won. You're the alpha. You won. Nobody can hear you. You muted yourself. Don't you think Ben has like a gay way of sitting and looking? It's just gay. I don't know how to say it. Like, you're not like the like manly looking guy here. You're like looking at your screen like a little princess.
Jesus.
Snooty. All snooty. Got your nose turned up because you're better than this. With your gay little hat on that I bought you as a Father's Day gift because I hate you so much. Looking at your screen, looking at me, hating me.
You do die of starvation. I hope you die of starvation, and I hope you are thrown out of that apartment.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yep.
Good, thank you. What did I
I'll
do
go
in
to the
this
landlord
apartment?
right now.
What did I
and
do in
tell
this
him what
apartment?
you've done.
Did I
in
jerk
that
off or
apartment.
something? I don't know what I did. What did I do? That
You
was
have 5 cats in that apartment.
I can tell my landlord that, and I'll tell my landlord that you're living downstairs like a weirdo, smoking his apartment away. That's not even an apartment. It's a commercial space, buddy.
I don't live down here. I'll be living up there.
Yeah, you do, buddy. Yeah, well, you live down here right now, and you're smoking away.
You want to go? You want to go?
No, I don't want to go.
John, you have been unbelievably irresponsible up there, John.
How? What have I done? I don't know
I'm
why
gonna come up there and beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna beat your knee. So you'll need another surgery.
Cool guy. You're a cool guy.
I will.
Man.
I
Yes,
will. I
You're
think
the alpha.
twice.
You're the alpha. You know
Shut
what?
your
if
mouth.
I died that way, then so be it. I hope you rot in hell for saying that. Because I don't know what you're saying, but that's not a nice thing to say. I never said I was gonna physically assault you and beat your broken knee.
Yes, you should never do that to your father. But
you should never do that to your son, buddy. You're not like a traditional man who's like a cool guy and he told his son he's gonna beat his ass.
Yeah,
you're not a cool guy, buddy.
And as I beat your head,
failed lights the cigarettes like a no offense, but you do. Your whole like smoking thing is gay
now
too.
it's no offense. No offense. Oh, thank you so
That's
much.
the joke, but
you're not being offensive
because you're a cringy boomer. But gay. I don't know. You're the way you like just picked at your lip is gay.
Boot this.
Yeah, boot me. This is. I really care. I really care. Thank you, Ben, for letting me talk shit about you.
You get lost.
Oh, thank you.
Unless you can behave. You want to behave?
No. I don't know what behaving means. Act like Grace?
Do yourself.
Should I act like Grace? Should I act like Grace? Would that be behaving?
Yes.
Be your little slave, weirdo slave girl? Because that's what she is. She's your weirdo little slave.
So you're
girl.
here to talk to your dad, right? But you won't let him talk. Can you let me talk now? Okay, enough speaking.
This is a Discord call.
30
You don't have
minutes.
anything else to do in your day. This does
I
not
don't
have
want to listen
wrap
to
up
your
soon.
insolence. I do not.
What
that's
do you
not
have
fun.
to do all day? What are you gonna do after this? Cry in your bed?
I do not want. I don't have to listen to your horse shit.
Okay. Yeah, you don't. You can
You're
boot me
18
whenever
years
you
old.
want. You have.
I never have to
boot
talk to
right
you
now.
again. I never have to talk to you again. You can go.
I would love that. You don't talk to me anyways.
No,
and the
go
only
ahead,
time you
go.
do talk to me is
Go.
when you quote
Flip
unquote
off.
ask for
Goodbye.
help.
Go
at
ahead.
12
Go
a.m.
ahead. Do it. Follow through. Go
Okay.
ahead. Flip
Oh.
off. Fuck you. Never come back. Go
Okay.
move away. F you.
Okay. You
Try
got
to
me,
someone
buddy.
else. F you.
You got me, buddy. You
Go ahead.
won.
Blip off, big guy.
I never said I'm gonna blip off myself. You were the one
You
who said
said
you
I
were
never
never
want
gonna
to talk to you again.
I never
Go
said
ahead
I was
and
gonna
follow
talk to
through.
you
You
again. See, this is what
Jesus Christ.
you're just such a hypocrite. You're the one who said you were gonna never talk to me again. I never said that about you.
Yes, you did.
No, I just said that if
I
that
said
is the
I
way it
never
was-
have to talk to you again, and you said, "Oh, I'd love that." So go love it.
Well, why
Flip
don't you
off,
go love it?
Get
You were the one who
lost, call a
threatened it in the
taxi,
first
and
place.
never talk to me again.
You were the one who threatened it in the
Goodbye.
Okay, buddy. You were the one who threatened it in
Goodbye.
the first place, Alpha Wolf.
Goodbye. Go cry to someone else. I don't want to hear it.
Why would an alpha guy dress like you and smoke like you?
Oh
It's
my
just gay.
God.
You're not an alpha. You're a wannabe.
I
tough
don't want to
guy.
hear it. So
No,
get lost.
Okay, I'll give you my
That's just-
psychoanalysis of you. You're a wannabe.
If you hopped
tough
on this
guy
My Team Crazy with his
who was
family.
a bit
Oh,
of
sorry.
a beta
You're talking
earlier
else.
in his life, and he figured out that was a loser
Different
way to
analysis
go.
than me or
So,
anything else.
Now he's
Go
trying to be
away
a
and
cool,
never come
tough
back.
guy, and I think you should just give up the act and act like a nice guy, which you are, instead of a.
Oh, and I bet she picked up the smoking from her father too. True.
Cute.
Finally got your big break.
My dad helped me so much. You wouldn't
She really does sound 100% like Jade, right?
believe. It's like, I want both of us to blow up. He helped me so much. I was so nervous. I was like,
Oh, and her dad helped her
Cute.
prepare. It makes so much sense.
Finally got your
it was-
big break.
my dad helped me so much. You wouldn't believe. It's like, I want both of us to blow up. He helped me so much. I was so nervous. I was like, ah.
Imagine having a debate where the person that's abusing you is trying to convince you that somebody else isn't being abusive, which is my perspective, right? Jesus.
You could see you could crush him, but like winning the debate.
Who's this
isn't,
guy?
You know, necessarily what it's about for him. You know, you got the entertainment aspect through the crowd, the various value propositions of people watching versus the actual argument. But I think you saw that.
Holy Jesus.
Crazed, an irrational alpha retard, and I think you're trying to cover up something. I don't know.
I don't think
What have I ever done
I don't
to you
think-
that weren't?
I don't think I'm siding with my mom. It's just that my mom
Don't
is the only
keep
person
talking.
that
Shut
can help me
your
in a real
fat
way. I don't tell you.
Loser, fat mouth sometimes.
I can't talk. You get to control how I talk because you're the alpha. Okay, I get it.
God
Whenever you
damn
feel like
you.
it, you can hold your
God
hand up
damn,
and say
what a
stop
loser.
talking, and they get
What a
angry when you stop
loser.
talking. I
What
get
a
it. You're
loser.
the alpha of the world.
John,
you beat everybody.
Oh, and I bet when she, remember how she said she dropped out of high school? I bet she didn't drop out. I bet her dad made her drop out. Guess, that's a total guess, but.
Everybody here because everybody, if you gave them a chance, would disappoint you, and then you'd scream at them and ask them to apologize like you did to Daniel.
Okay, you can talk and then I can talk. How about that for a rule?
Is you talk at me, and that's not a good thing.
John, you are bringing damnation onto your head by doing what you're doing.
Yes, God hates me, right? God hates me. I think God loves
God
me.
hates what you're doing.
Worry about God right now.
God loves
in my
you,
life.
but God hates what
well,
you're
I don't
doing
think
right
I'm
now.
condemning myself with anything I
I
say.
think
and
you are.
You're wrong for using that against people all the time, as if you're God.
Oh, brother, I was just gonna pause and say that, but that's another, it could be another avenue for abuse too. She said that they were Catholic. Presenting yourself as hyper-religious and then saying that the things you say are the things that God wills is also an interesting way to like manipulate a person, right? Like, you can't disobey me. This is literally like what God would say, basically, right?
You're not God. You're not the prophet of God. You shouldn't use that as a way to say you're going to go to hell whenever you feel like it. I think the way you've treated me has someone condemned you to hell in a way.
You are doing evil now. Stop doing evil.
The way you've acted towards me, at least.
Doing evil. Stop it. Woman, and I talk like a man.
I don't talk like an angry woman. You talk like an angry woman.
Is this guy's YouTube video just this whole conversation, or Jesus?
In his life. That's what you
shouldn't do this. You should not say stuff like that.
That's what you act
You
like.
are bringing damnation onto yourself by doing this. Shut up. Shut your fat mouth for 1 minute.
Yes,
you're acting a little hysterical right now, Ben. It's very womanly.
You're a bitch, obviously, too. If you, after this 20 minutes, you say, I'm the one who's spurging. You are a little bitch boy.
You are the one who's spurging. You always spurg because you're a baby, and you use, like, quote-unquote, etiquette of conversation as your way of spurging, and it's not... You're so scared of me.
Right. Jeffrey Dahmer is on your side, John. All right?
Yeah.
Pursue it with him. You will find that he is not someone
Everybody's on my side.
want to associate. No, that's not true.
RZA.
Hey, Jeffrey Dahmer is a good guy.
A video that Grace made about her mom. A short clip from my mom's last stream. 51 years old, 6 children, absolutely batshit crazy.
It's from the 80s, just ahead.
What is this?
I'm a really good guy.
He is.
Yeah, but it's not clear that he isn't also trolling at the same time. But whatever.
I'm not trolling John. I think John is 100% right about your family.
You think
the
that
only
he's
one
been
of you that is
respectful?
sane.
He's been.
He doesn't need to be respectful to you.
Okay, so you don't
There's
think
no
that
reason for him to respect you.
He's going to do the same thing.
No,
as you,
sons should
right?
respect their fathers, but you haven't been a father to your son, so why should he respect you?
Right. Okay. I think a son should always respect his father, and I think that anyone who says otherwise.
Yeah, we know you think this because you hate your own father, and you have this.
I do not hate my father, and I respect him.
I don't know how you could say anything else.
No.
Okay, you don't like him very much.
He is in the clutches of. I can't talk though, right? I can't talk. Can we
That's
say?
not how you
John,
talk to people. That's not how
John,
you talk to people.
okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay, now you're talking. You're saying how to talk to people.
You just freak
Are you
out
interested in listening to anyone other than yourself screaming?
You can talk over me if you want, and then it's mostly when you're on a Discord call because we're not in person. It's kind of hard to know the cues. So sometimes it's better to just talk over somebody until they shut up. Yes, that's how it works sometimes on a Discord call.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes you listen to other people.
Yes, but it's kind of hard.
Okay, 4 more minutes and I'm leaving, okay?
Talking when it's so low.
Here's a suggestion. Why don't you shut your mouth for a few minutes?
That's not very respectful to the conversation.
Yeah,
Yelling that at somebody. I'm not a little kid anymore. You shouldn't yell that at me.
Shut your mouth for a few minutes.
That's called ad hominem.
Sus.
John, are you having a good time in my Discord?
Why do you keep saying that? I can leave whenever I want.
Are you? Seems like you are. Can you just say I'm having a good time
having a good time
in your
yelling at you.
Discord? Okay, you're enjoying yourself. Okay, can I make a suggestion as the person who's running this Discord that maybe you just take a little bit of a breather now? We get the message. You're angry and you're a victim of everything and everyone. I think everyone gets that. Maybe other people could say something. John, this guy who is allying himself with you is a complete and utter loser.
But I don't think that. Oh, Provo?
Not at the core, but like on the surface.
Provo?
He has said that he can't stay awake ever any day for the rest of his life. No, Snick.
Yeah, for context, Jerome, he's got like a neurological illness.
Yeah, it's called I Hate My Father. Same illness that you have, John.
He doesn't even have a neurological illness. He just sleeps all day anyways. Unfortunately. In what way are you a religious man?
Okay, be quiet, be quiet. Yeah, let me tell you what I'm saying. John was on Oxycontin, right? That's an opioid. He could say to me, Dad, I became hooked on OxyContin, and I don't know the lingo.
You're-
Whatever the
you're
fuck
God
it is,
boy, right?
loser pills, okay?
I
Loser
took
pills.
them for a couple days. I have most of them saved.
A lot of people like John will say, you know, a month from now, look, I became addicted to opioids and now I'm an opioid addict. And they would say, what are you going to do about it? And I would tell him, go f yourself. That's what I'm going to do.
Sorry.
Hey, John, okay, John.
Not really that big of a host.
I don't understand why he can't just go to his Discord and do what he wants.
I can ban him. That you want me to ban him? That's easier.
All right, we'll ban you. That's fine. We'll ban him.
Bitches
That's
are.
what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be respectful. Do you want to make an like all these retards can go to your Discord?
Fries are busted.
2 seconds. So why don't you go to your Discord? I don't care.
Wow, Ben killed a buck PC.
You muted yourself. Dad.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. It's more, I just want to listen.
No, I don't want you here.
Look.
Guys, stop with the gay
Okay, he's still here. Do you want him here? Do you? I can ban him. I can kick him.
Next, we'll take a look at Ben and Grace's relationship. It was very common when the Thorpes were doing voice calls.
Okay, I gotta go see my good friend Dan the man.
Into victim mode and was just being really, really hostile. And
Ben Thorpe is a 50.
What time was I just at? Does anybody? 30:06. Thank you. That's it.
House. What Ben fails to mention is that she was banished to the studio Ben rents, which is about 15 steps away from their front door.
See, we talked for a long time yesterday about this thing with Feeney and these ladies, but she woke up this morning and went right into victim mode and was just being really, really hostile. And, you know, I spent the whole day yesterday investing in being supportive and being, you know, trying to present her with the vision that but in the end, she has to want to do that. And I don't want her to be sitting here kicking me in the balls.
I thought you said that's what.
Daniel, I'll tell you what it is because you were asking about this. This is what it is. There is a trauma. Something happened to her. And she wants to replay the trauma, this time as the person who's in charge.